Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar along with EG Innovations team. Today, we are going to talk about synthetic monitoring with EG Innovation Solutions. This is kind of agenda for today, right? Quick introduction about the panelist, then like about XenTegra, then there'll be a small presentation from EG Innovations team, and there'll be a quick demo from EG Innovations side. So this is like the panel list for today. I'm Indrajeet Ghorpade, Director Solution Engineering with XenTegra Private Limited, involved in techno-commercial conversations for XenTegra India. We have Mr. Narendhran, who is the Technical Services Manager with EG Innovations. And we have Mr. Jay Murugan, who is the Senior Consultant with EG Innovations. Welcome, Narendran. Welcome, Jay.
Thank you, Indo.
Okay, so I think I'll not take much time because we are more interested to learn more about the synthetic monitoring solution from EG Innovations. So I'll quickly talk a little bit about who's XenTegra, a little bit about XenTegra as an organization, and then I'll hand it over to Naren, and Naren will take it over to walk us through with the EG Innovation synthetic monitoring solution. So who is XenTegra? So XenTegra is a global value-added reseller. Uh, like we have our headquarters in Charlotte, North Carolina, and we have presence across Canada, India, and we have so our head office is in US. Then like our nearshore location, which is in Canada. XenTegra India, like we started around 2 years back, which is again like kind of offshore entity to our headquarters. Then we have XenTegra GOV, which is kind of a organization working dedicatedly for US Fed customers, federal government customers. Then XenTegra One, which is focused on like SMB customers, and XenTegra Services, which is our services entity providing post sales and like managed services to our customers. So about this is kind of a one pager about XenTegra as an organization. So XenTegra is a value-added reseller, global value-added reseller, or we can call us as VAR2, uh, because like we are not only into reselling the product, so we are like working very closely with our customers and trying to help our customers in all the possible ways. So we have like our value-added entities across regions, right, where we are selling hardware, software, licensing, and as per the customer requirement, we are providing and designing and selling solutions to our customers. Then we have our strategic consulting services entity, which is where we are working very closely with our customers, understand their pain points or like their problem areas, and work with the customers in a collaborative way and like provide them best solution which actually caters their requirement or the problem state. Then we have managed services, which are like as we are at core focused into virtualization cloud technologies. Like the organization itself started with a focus on like end user computing, digital workspace, and VDI technologies. So we provide managed services around VDI, virtualization, cloud, network security solutions, and and it is again 24 cross managed services all for all these technologies. Along with this, like, and which is kind of one of our USP, right, which where we are providing complementary assessments to our customers. So where we actually, and it is kind of right, customers virtual physical environment infrastructure or like network security like infrastructure, where we actually like perform couple of activities, a couple of there is a step-by-step process for it. So we spend some time right at customer environment, perform some like activities, right, execute couple of like processes, and then we actually generate a report which and present it to the customer, which shows right all the areas of improvement for the customers, and which actually helps customers to understand the areas where they need to focus on, or right, if there is a need for any additional solution, or like if they have to upgrade, update, or do some like advancements in their existing infrastructure. So this is a complementary thing which we are like providing to our customers. So in case of anything related, if any customer want to have that kind of a relook of their environment, then please reach out to us, and like we're happy to help. So yeah, so XenTegra, as I said, we the organization itself is started with a core focus, to work closely with the customers and partners. So like the overall organizational goal is customer enablement and like through partnership with our vendors. So this is like kind of one of the way we are doing it, right? This kind of webinars, workshops, as well as we are performing a lot of like activities with our vendors for our customers, like which can value add to customers, for to make them understand about new technologies, as well as to focus on like the areas they should improve in their current infrastructure. So these are kind of value added services we are providing. Complementary, as I already mentioned, complementary assessment services, educational webinars like this, hands-on workshops for different technologies, like say for example, like if anyone wants to understand a little more about EG innovations as a solution, so we can have a workshop like for set of customers, or like dedicated for a customer, their team, to understand the solution. Then we are having vendor focused podcasts like with multiple vendors like IGL, control app, like EG Innovations. Then uh, there are a lot of vendors with whom we are having regular podcasts where we are talking about like knowledge sharing, as well as what is new in that particular technology, as all right. What is new coming in, all right? What are the areas like that particular vendor is focusing on? So it is again kind of a educational, as well as it is the overall motive behind is like to educate people, or make people aware about new things about that particular vendor. Along with this, like all the industry conferences, we even provide discounted passes, to all our customers who are interested to participate in all those global conferences. So with this, I think I'll stop here. Like I'll conclude my presentation, and I would like to hand it over to Naren.
Yeah.
Over to you,
Thank
Naren.
you, Indo. Yeah, thanks, Indo. I'd like to share my screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Is the screen visible to everyone?
Yes, your screen is visible.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for taking our time to participate in this webinar. Okay, today we are going to see proactive synthetic monitoring for any business solutions from EG Innovations. Okay, so what is synthetic monitoring, and how synthetic monitoring benefits your organization, and how EG provides that benefit to all the participants is what is going to be the focus of this particular webinar. Let us move on. Okay. So the agenda for today's discussion is to introduce about EG Innovations, to introduce about the monitoring software solution from EG Innovation, which is called EG Enterprise Suite, and then to look at EG's web app simulation, how what is the prerequisites, okay, how to record, how to simulate, okay, and probably give you few scenarios, okay, of modifying the scripts, okay, uh, take you to the live environment, okay, and then probably a Q&A at the close of the webinar, okay. So I will talk about EG innovations, I will talk about the EG enterprise suite, and the live environment, and the demo part will be taken by my colleague Jay, okay, who is a senior APM consultant with EG innovations for more than 8 to 9 years. Okay, so who is EG Innovations? Okay, and what is EG Enterprise Suite? Okay, if you look at EG Innovation is a provider of enterprise class performance monitoring solution that give you a complete visibility across every layer and every tier of your infrastructure, which could be hosted on a cloud, virtual, or physical environment. Okay, and we deliver mission critical business services. Okay, as a company, we were founded in year 2001. We are headquartered at Singapore. We have offices in 12 different regions. We operate from 12 countries. Okay, we have physical offices in US, UK, Brazil, Netherlands, South Korea, Hong Kong, Germany, and India. The R&D and the 24/7 support center operates from India. Okay, so this is a very brief introduction about the company. Okay, we have customers across different verticals. Okay, so we are founded in year 2001. For the last 22 years, we focus on monitoring your IT infrastructure. Okay, why monitoring is needed is there are multiple in environment. Okay, nowadays IT infrastructure is heavily hybrid infrastructures, okay, which and there are a lot of silo monitoring solutions, specific monitoring softwares in the market that cater to a specific area of the IT infrastructure that the customer has it. Okay, so we wanted to be a general physician for any IT infrastructure. Okay, so that is a motto. So probably you can think about it. Okay, what do I mean by general physician? Okay, take a scenario. Okay, take I'm not feeling well. Okay, first priority is to probably me taking a call with my family doctor, going and checking with him. Okay, 99% he knows about me. Okay, he gives me solution and I'm happy. In case there is something that he could not diagnose it very seriously or he cannot go in depth, probably he recommends to a specialist doctor. Okay, so that is the way EG looks at IT infrastructure monitoring space. So we want to be a general physician for all IT monitoring needs. Okay, so by that particular motto, we are there in the market for the last 23 years. Okay, and we have customers, more than 1,600 customers who are using our product suite, and we have customers across different industries, be it legal, be it finance, be it government, insurance, banking, healthcare, education, okay, whatever be. Name it, wherever you can find EG Innovation products. So, okay, and that is the expansion of the EG into the market. Okay, trusted companies who are using EG Innovations, you could take a look at it. This is a very small snapshot. You could see that RDS, RFP Bank, BC Bank, Alkin, NAB is National Australian Bank, HGCCC, Citibank, JB Morgan Chase. Okay, all of them uses these innovations to monitor their applications, be it infrastructure, be it application, be it databases, end to end. Okay, be it user experience, everything they monitor it through these innovations. Okay, as a company, okay, we wanted to be very close with the technology partners. We also want to be very close with the customers also. Okay, and we have been certified. We have been given lots of awards and recognitions in this field. If you look at APM segment, application performance management, okay, we have been rated as a champion for 2023 by the software reviews. And if you look at cloud monitoring, specific to AVD, Azure Virtual Desktop Monitoring, okay, we have been rated as the product. Redmond has been rated as the best best AVD monitoring, best monitor for AVD cloud infrastructures for 2023. We are also being the best of Citrix in Citrix Synergies 2019, best of VMworld 2008. We are in the Gartner School vendor. We were in the Gartner School vendor. Okay. So that being the awards and recognition that this particular monitoring software has been received. Okay. And we also have working with technology partners like Microsoft, Red Hat, Citrix, Nutanix, AWS, SAP, and we have got certified by those technology partners also. The reason why we wanted to be certified with the technology partners is we actually monitor infrastructure which could be hosted on these particular infrastructures. Okay, and when we sit on your infrastructures and we want to monitor, okay, we collect a lot of performance related metrics. That is what we indicate, KPIs. Okay, and when we read the metrics, we collect the metrics, we sit on your infrastructure. Okay, we should not burden your infrastructure. Already you have some pain, and that is the reason you are being looking for a monitoring software. When we come to help you out, okay, saying that we can monitor your infrastructure and guide you where is the problem proactively so that you can rectify the problem before it impacts the business. we should not burden and we should not consume more resources, and we should not be a burden to you, causing more problem for you also. Okay. So when we work with the technology partners, they actually review our software. Okay. They go through our source codes and they certify that this the enterprise suite from EG Innovations, okay, EG Enterprise Suite is 100% safe to use, and it does not consume more resources when it is being deployed for monitoring your infrastructure. That is the reason we work with technology partners and get them certified. So you can look at it. We have been certified by major technology partners. Okay. This is the evaluation of the software over the 23 years old. Okay. We started as a unified monitoring software, moved into the Citrix and virtualization platform in 2005 and 2008. Now we support all the virtualized environment under one EG Enterprise Suite. Okay, we support more than 12, 13 different types of virtualization platform, including Citrix, XenServer, Microsoft Hyper-V, VMware, and CanX. Okay, Oracle virtualization platform, everything we support. Around 2015, 14, we moved into the cloud infrastructure monitoring. Our solution can be used for cloud service providers, can be used by the consumers, okay, or using services from cloud. So it is for cloud and by cloud, okay. So we support Azure monitoring, we support AWS monitoring, we support GCP, okay. Then we move into the the need of the market, okay, which is application performance monitoring, okay, monitoring your applications hosted on Java, .NET, PHP. Okay, we support completely all Java platforms, all .NET and PHP based applications for tracing the transactions and finding where is the latency in case there is a problem when the end user are trying to access your application posted on these type of softwares. Okay, and we are also a completely observability monitoring software. Okay, so we do fulfill all the requirements for being named as an observability monitoring software also. People look at monitoring software that provides you observability also. Okay. Uh, this is the architecture of the EG Enterprise Suite. Okay, it's a client server architecture. Okay, so we have two components. Okay, one is called the EG Manager, the centralized dashboard, where all the monitoring infrastructure elements are visualized by the end users, and we have the data collectors. Okay, are called EG agents that probably sits on the application that needs to be monitored. Okay, or collects the metrics remotely. The scenario varies. Okay, if you want to monitor Microsoft SQL database, or if you want to monitor Microsoft Hyper-V, okay, probably it is agent-based monitoring. If you want to monitor storage devices like NetApp, monitoring your EMC Clarion, monitoring your Dell storage, okay, or monitoring your network devices, or monitoring other types of virtualization platforms like VMware, Citrix XenServer, Nutanix, okay, where we cannot deploy the agents, okay, on those infrastructures. We do use agentless monitoring using a remote data collector. So we support both agent-based monitoring as well as agentless monitoring. So the agent collects the metrics, okay, do the correlation, okay, do the thresholding analysis, and pass the data with the state to the EG Manager console. EG Manager console, okay, then displays the metrics with the state and then sends back the data to the EG database. Okay, so our software works on two databases as a backend DB. One could be Microsoft SQL Server, another could be Oracle Database Server, both enterprise or standard edition, licensed edition. Okay, so that is the backend database that is used to store the data. Okay, this is the architecture, very simple. And the EG Manager, we have different tabs. We have three predominant tabs. One is called the admin tab, where you can do all the administrative activities like discovery, topology formations, okay, adding a new component manually, threshold settings, alarm, okay, escalation metrics, integration with trouble ticketing systems. Okay, all these things can be done through the admin console. Then you have a monitoring console which gives you that live direct measures. Okay, so next tab is nothing but the reported tab. Okay, so through the monitoring tab, you are able to see the live metrics. Okay, and through the reporter tab, you'll be able to see how your system was performing over the past. Okay, so it's for postmortem analysis. You can use the reporter. You don't need to plug out the information from the EG database and push it to a report generating tool and get the reports. Okay, standard reports, customizable reports are available through the EG reporter tabs. Okay. The software is 100% web based. Okay, it works on HTTP and HTTPS protocol. Deployment model, we support different types of deployment model on premises, which is nothing but deploying the software in the client's infrastructure within the data center. Second is cloud model. Okay, you can have the UG manager in the cloud, and it can monitor infrastructures from the cloud or from on-prem. Okay, so that it could be cloud or hybrid model. Okay, so we support on-premises, SaaS or cloud, and hybrid model. The software is very easy to install. It does not take more than 30 minutes to configure the EJ manager and the agents. Okay, and configuration of the remaining components according to your DOM depends on the prerequisites fulfillment and the port opening for communication to establish. Okay, so it's very simple to use, simple to manage, simple to implement. Okay, we support currently more than 250 applications. It could be enterprise application, web application, cloud-based application, VDA infrastructures, okay, SAP, Office 365, everything. We support more than 10 plus virtual platforms, 10 plus operating systems, 20 plus storage devices, okay, and any SNMP enabled network elements. It could be load balancers, firewalls, routers, switches, access point, SD-WAN, anything. So this product is virtual platform agnostic, operating system agnostic, storage devices agnostic, database agnostic. Sorry, I missed to mention that one. We support more than 30 different database monitoring, be it NoSQL monitoring or SQL based monitoring. Okay, like MySQL, SQL, Oracle, Postgres. Okay, and Cassandra, MongoDB. Okay, all we support it. So NoSQL and SQL based monitoring for databases we support. Okay, so what is the need for monitoring? Okay, so nowadays user experience is very critical. Okay, people are experiencing all the applications, okay, on web-based portal, mobile. Okay, so user experience must be good, and for user experience must be good, the business process must work efficiently. Okay, therefore this is very important for the IT operation team nowadays, and therefore you should have a monitoring software, okay, that supports monitoring the latest IT technologies, okay, and also that can change, that can meet the challenges according to the new modern era. Okay, so that is where EG innovations plays a major role. Okay, uh, probably this could be the last slide of my presentations. Okay, so EG innovations, if you look at it, okay, uh, majorly covers customer in 6 different verticals. Okay, the major first vertical is digital workspace monitoring, okay, which is nothing but monitoring VDA users across all the virtualization platform like VMware, Citrix, and giving you end user experience for VDA users. Second major is nothing but application performance monitoring, where it gives you application monitoring, container level monitoring, as well as code level visibility, transactional level visibility for any application that is built up on Java, .NET, PHP, and Node.js web applications. Okay, so these are the two major vertical where EG Innovations has customers. Okay. Third vertical is nothing but enterprise application monitoring, like monitoring your SAP infrastructures, monitoring all modules of SAP, okay, SAP ABAP, SAP web-based applications, databases of SAP like SAP HANA, okay, SAP business objects. So monitoring all the pieces of SAP, monitoring Office 365, which is including monitoring mail, monitoring Teams, monitoring chat files, okay, monitoring Planner, YAML, everything per user, okay, monitoring all CRM applications, etc. Okay, the next vertical where EG has more customers is monitoring cloud infrastructures. As I mentioned earlier, we monitor Azure, we monitor AWS, we monitor AVD, okay, we monitor the VMs in the cloud, okay, we monitor application hosted on those VMs in the cloud, okay, we also support monitoring GCP also, okay. So if you are a cloud service provider, okay, and you give desktops or servers, okay, to your customers, okay, you can use Edge Innovation to monitor and also to build your customers based on their usage also. Okay, Edge Innovation gives you a very good monitoring, which also provides billing for you to bill your customers based on their usage also. Take this reverse scenario: if you are a consumer and if you are getting a services from the cloud, you do not know whether, okay, they fulfill your SLAs, okay, and if there is a problem, you go with the proof stating that, okay, whatever you are committed is not working fine. Okay, I have a monitoring software that gives me the correct data. Okay, so for both the cloud service providers and as well as for the consumers of the cloud services, Edge Innovation is the best and perfect fit. Okay, the other vertical where Edge Innovation is being widely used is end-to-end monitoring. Okay, I have Windows, Linux, application, database, everything. I don't want to look at all these infrastructures with different tools or with different consoles. Give me one console and give me the complete monitor. Okay, so Edge Innovation is the best fit for that particular scenario also. And the last segment is nothing but synthetic transaction monitoring. Okay, what is synthetic transaction monitoring? How Edge Innovations provides you a best synthetic monitoring for your infrastructure. Okay, with synthetic monitoring, it's external monitoring. Okay, so without deploying any agents, okay, on your application server, you could monitor how your application server is performing 24/7, even when there is no load. Okay, that is what Edge Innovation provides in this synthetic monitoring. And more about synthetic monitoring, I transfer the floor to my colleague Jay Murugan. So Jay Murugan will talk about what we do in EG synthetic monitoring, explain you the basics, okay, prerequisites, and how you can how you do record, how you modify, and then probably take you to a small live environment where you will showcase how monitoring happens on the EG console. Okay, what is the benefit value that you get from synthetic monitoring on the EG console, all those things. And then we will have a Q&A sessions where we are ready to answer your queries, and probably we can discuss the next steps in the particular Q&A sessions. Okay, so thanks for your time. Back to Jay.
Thanks, sir. Thanks, Indrajit. Thanks, team. Thanks for joining this webinar session. Let me share my screen. Please confirm once my screen is visible.
Yes, Jay.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for the confirmation. Yeah. Let's continue with Naren sir flow. Okay. So yes, let me. Yeah, thanks. Okay, let me discuss in detail with specification of synthetic monitoring. Okay, so synthetic monitoring as a simple one-line answer. Okay, so it has a capability to monitor your applications availability and also your applications each and every transactions we can monitor remotely. Okay, so let me explain in detail. Before on that, for this synthetic, we have few key capabilities which we have. So one is we can monitor the protocol simulation. Okay. So with help of this protocol simulation, okay, I can monitor. Okay, and I can monitor and I can view your protocol. For example, if you have a Citrix infrastructure, so I'm using ICA protocol channel. I just want to monitor my protocol availability. Yes, we can able to do and we can able to monitor, and we have a database and we have some Postgres, Oracle, okay, MongoDB we have. So it's a critical application. We just want to monitor our application port availability. Yes, you do have and you do monitor with help of this protocol simulation and web app simulation, which is the key thing we are going to discuss in detail. So the word web, which is nothing but your web-based applications, we can able to monitor. Okay. So how this monitoring is going to happen, okay, and what pre-requirement is needed, okay, and how I'm going to record the script, okay, how the playback is going to happen, all the things we are going to discuss in detail in the next two slides, okay. And we have another capability which is called a logon simulator, okay. So in today IT environment people, okay, so they have a difficult point to understand the user's logon performance. Whenever I'm connecting, see, I have a VDA machine, okay. So in today, after this pandemic situation, everyone, they have their VDA, okay. So all infrastructure, okay, even it is a small infrastructure, big infrastructure. So they have provided laptop to the all employees, and they have provided virtual desktop to all the employees, whether he is a developer or tester or a support guy, okay. Whoever, they have a different desktop. They have provision, okay. So when I'm connecting my VDA, my virtual machine, okay. So if I have a problem, okay, there is a connecting problem. So after I connected my Citrix VDA, okay, so I'm not able to do any transactions, okay. Transaction in the sense, I'm not able to open my Eclipse software, okay. If I am a tester, I'm using Selenium tool to test my product, okay, I'm not able to launch my Selenium application. So all these scenarios, okay, with help of this logon simulator, we can able to identify, okay, and full simulation would be there, okay. So in logon simulator, it will capture and it have a capability to cover and to monitor only the logon, up to logon. So after logon, okay, so I'm using Outlook, okay. So whenever I'm after login, when I'm connecting on my Outlook application, or when I'm connecting my any Eclipse software or Selenium software, okay, that is a difficult, okay. So after getting the Eclipse software, after getting the SAP based application, okay, I'm not able to do enter my username or password, okay. After entering the username or password, there is some transaction lag, okay. There is some interactive session is happening. It is not on a 1 or 2 time basis, okay. Frequently we are getting this issue, so we need to encounter this type of incident, okay, remotely. So our synthetic action, the advantage here is I'm not going to install any software on your production, okay. So I need one laptop, okay. One physical or virtual machine is more enough for this evaluation. So just give me your laptop, okay, and just give me your flow, okay, and that website or that transaction would be accessible on that given mission. That pre-requirement is enough. So if you given that information, with help of that input, I can able to record the transaction, and we can able to set the frequency. Based on that frequency, the execution will be happen, okay. 5 minutes, if I'm going to set now, every 5 minutes the transaction going to happen, so that we can able to get the live visibility, okay. So this all four capabilities which is available in synthetic monitoring. So let me go and explain in detail with web app simulation, okay. So before on that, what requirement is needed, okay. So when I'm going to evaluate this web app simulation, so my minimal requirement is I need one dedicated machine, okay. Either a physical laptop, it's fine. If you are providing a VM, it would be good, not a problem. And second, what you need to do now, so my software, okay, my EG agent should be installed on that machine, okay. So that you need to give a permission. And after that, what we need to do now, I need one admin account, okay. So this is the primary requirement which is needed for web app simulation. And with help of this web app simulation, we can record our flows. Okay, I'm using internet banking. Okay, I have an account on SBI Life Insurance. I have an account on insurance, ICICI Insurance. Okay, so as a end customer, okay, as a banking customer, okay, as a banking staff, okay. So my day routine is I log in my web portal. After that, I enter my username and password. Then I do my transaction. Okay. Then I review my transaction. Okay. Then that is my day-to-day routine. Okay. With help of this web app simulator, we can record the flow from A to Z. Then based on that frequency, 5 minutes or 15 minutes, we can able to play back. So that capability, it's available with this web app simulator. And the quick benefits. Okay. So this web app simulator is there. So what would be the benefit? Okay, so benefit is simple. Okay, see, I'm not there is no third party software is going to install on your production application. Okay, so my internet banking which is running on IaaS. which is running on Java-based platform, Java middleware, okay, either a Tomcat, WebLogic, or WebSphere, okay. So if I want to monitor your performance, your application performance, okay, so I need to install my software on your production application, okay, then only I can able to provide the performance view. But this simulation, okay, I'm not going to install any software. So all the actions, okay, all actions, it's remote only. Okay, so just to give me the flow, I'm recording the flow, okay, and I set each and every transaction. Transaction in the sense, so login is a transaction A. After login, I'm going to give some input, okay. So J is a username. I'm going to enter username details. So that is transaction B. And transaction C, I'm going to give some input, okay, for authentication purpose, okay, I'm going to, if any two-factor, whatever. Authentication is transaction B, transaction C. After that, I'm going to give some input. Input in the sense, I need my insurance record for last 2 to 3 months. So the input is I'm going to set from March to April or May. So that input I'm going to provide. After that, I'm going to submit button. Then the report will be generated. I will review the report. Then I will log out. Okay. So this is an action we can able to track. So in this scenario, each and every transaction, hey, login, how much time it takes. Whether if I'm getting any failure, I'm not able to log in with help of the username J, we can easily able to identify. Okay, so if I'm not able to log in, okay, we can't able to do the transaction B and C. So transaction A is getting failure. So immediately in this solution, will give a proactive alert to the help desk guy or who is managing the solution. Okay, and I'm able to log in, but I could not able to generate the report. So there is a problem on the transaction D. So what it will do now, up to transaction A, B, C, it's failure. So the health is fine, my website health is fine, my transaction A, B, C health is fine, but I could have some problem on the transaction D. If there is a slowness, okay, so as a normal time, okay, when I'm generating the report, it will be take 2 seconds. It's a normal behavior. But if it is taking more time, okay, so what this tool will give now, the tool will that provide the failures as well as I can track the response time if the response time is breached. So each and every value, we are going to set the threshold value in backend. If the value is breached, immediately you will get a proactive alert. So as a end customer who is going to create a ticket, proactively you will get an indication with help of the solution. Yep. And how this solution is working, how this synthetic engine is working. As I mentioned, the pre-requirement is I need one dedicated VM, that is enough. In that dedicated VM, I'm going to install my software. Okay, so with inbuilt of my agent software, we are using some synthetic engine. Okay, so what this synthetic engine will do now? So this synthetic engine is just an exe. Okay, so when I enable the exe, okay, the recorder will be started. The recorder will be started in backend and it has some input. So what input it will ask now? What is the flow? So www.flipkart.com is the URL name. I'm going to enter the URL. Once I entered and I started the recorder now, so it will automatically go to the browser. Okay, then we need to record the flow. We need to enter the username and password and what transaction we are going to set B, C, D like that. So everything it will be record and it will be playback. Okay. So we have a EG manager. In EG manager, we can able to see the visibility in a single pane of glass. And the key thing here is in a single location. Okay. For example, I have so we are a global organization. Okay. So we have a companies in Chennai, we have a companies in Bangalore, we have a companies in Mumbai. Okay, so I'm just going to execute the single flow. Okay, there is a flow. I want to play back. Okay, I'm going to record in Chennai location, but I need to play back on Mumbai and Bangalore with the same frequency, with the same time. Okay, we can able to set that capability we have. Okay, and in single location, I want to execute this flow, this script one by one. So we have total 3 scripts. Example, internet banking, mobile banking, and I have some HRMS portal like that. Okay, so 3 website we have. All 3 website availability, response time, transaction flow we need to monitor. We can able to set. So in a single location, we can able to play multiple website, and when multiple location, we can able to play multiple website. That capability we have. But the EG manager, as Naren has mentioned, EG manager is a standalone person who have a capability to receive all the input from the clients. Okay, so clients is nothing but he is act as a collector. Okay, he record and that means the engine will collect the data from the client side. Then it will be transferred to the EG manager. So in EG manager, we can able to see the live measure as well as it will record. Okay, it will record the historical thing in the backend. So when I need historical information, we can able to get the historical report also. That capability also we have, and alerting reporting mechanism which is there. Yep. And prerequisite. Yep. So already mentioned as a document way. So three prerequisite is needed. I need one dedicated machine. Okay. It should be a Windows machine 2012, sorry, 16 or 19 or 2022. Okay. Either a VM or a physical machine. Fine. And second, .NET framework. Okay. So that should be needed. And third, it's an important prerequisite. Okay. So anyway, this act as a robot. Okay. Anyway, there is some engine is running in my backend. So when the engine is running, okay, we need not to disturb the engine. Okay, so disturbance in the sense, if I lock, if the screen is locked, okay, the engine will not be play. Okay, if I have any screens lock or any screensaver in my laptop, now this engine will not be run. Okay, so in that time we have an alternate option. So we have auto logon exe would be there. So what we will do now, we enable the auto logon, and in backend the script will be executed in the backend. Okay, so that option which is available. And another important thing is when I'm going to execute this web-based application, so our minimum, that means our requirement is Chrome browser is needed. Okay, so version 112 and above, it is mandatory. So that prerequisite is more enough. So once the prerequisite is enabled, okay, so we need to install the agent on the particular client machine. Okay, so in my installer, we have a exe, which is called web app simulator check.exe. So when I execute that exe, it will pre-check. Okay. So what are the things it will be checked now? Yes. So whether the setup is installed properly or not. Okay, fine. It will give a green signal. And second, for this execution, I need one local account. That account, that user is have the permission for this execution or not. Yes. Second check mark is completed. And third, .NET framework is enabled on this machine or not. Fine. And the important thing is we need one browser. So Chrome browser is installed or not. So in this setup, you can see in this screen, the Chrome is not installed. That's why it's give a red signal. So in that scenario, we need to install the Chrome browser and we need to execute this check exe execution once again. So it need to give all the things would be in green signal. Then only we can able to execute our exe. So once it is fine, then in the same location, we have another exe, which is called recorder.exe. So when I execute this recorder.exe, I will get one pop-up, web app simulator recorder pop-up. So once I get this pop-up, okay, so here I need to give the website name like this. Okay, so I'm just taking an example of teleportal.acme.com. So once I entered, what it will do now, it will open this, the web page will be automatically open and it will give one signal. Okay, so yes, our recorder has been started. Okay, so once it's give a signal, the recorder would be started. Then we need to give our transactions flow. So I'm going to enter the username and password. Okay, and I'm going to record each and every action. Okay, I'm going to select the product and I'm going to review the product. Okay, example. Anyway, this is a teleportal. Okay, so we can take an example of teleportal, internet banking. Okay, on your web-based application. Okay, either internet banking, mobile banking. Okay, or medical coding website or insurance website. Okay, whatever we can able to track. Okay, all have the same concept. So it will be record. Okay, so in that scenario, I have one thing. Okay, for example, when I'm recording, okay, I have multiple station we can able to play back. So station A, I recorded with username J. Okay, in station B, which is located on Bangalore, in that station, I need to execute with a different user. So is it possible to edit the script now? Yes, we can edit. Okay, so what we can do now, anyway, once I record, okay, once I record now, the each and every transaction will be recorded. So in that place, we can go and select in which transaction I'm going to enter the username and password. So in sign in, it's a transaction too. So there I entered username is satish@gmail.com. So it's on location A. So in location B, I need to execute with J or I need to execute with Naren or some XYZ person. We can right click and we can change the username and password edit option also, which is available. So I have, so as per our security policy, every 60 days, we need to change our password. So how this scenario will be happen now? We can able to set a indication over here. This tool will give a indication and with help of that indication, we can easily change the password. So no expertise is needed to change the password. Yeah. So let me record. So this is my flow. I'm log in my portal and I'm reviewing my plans. Okay, so I'm selecting my plans. Once I selected, okay, then I'm going to make a payment. Okay, so once the payment has happened, then the transactions will be completed. So in uh, the thing which I have explained, edit option is available. We can edit. Okay, so the password is encrypted. Okay, so even encrypted password also we can able to edit. That is also available. Okay, and we are using the Selenium tool in backend. Okay. Yep. So in this section, I have mentioned few output for this recharge plan. Okay, one is on failure and another one is on success. So two cases I have added here. So let me show with so you can see this two script which is running. Okay, one is a success script and one is a failure script. So both the script running on the in a single VM, okay, in a single location, okay. So we can change, okay. So location A, two script is running. So location B, I just want to execute only one script. So whether this script pushing, which is possible on the manager level now, which is available, okay. So in location A, I want this execution for 5 minutes. So in location B, I want to do this execution in 15 minutes or 20 minutes. We can able to set, okay. So in this, okay, so in this synthetic monitor, as earlier we mentioned, as a general physician, okay, so if I have, okay, if I have any issue on my body, first I will go as a general physician. I just take a thing with the, okay, so it will tell them whether there is a problem in head. Okay, you need to take an action with a specific doctor. If you have a problem on your abdomen, or if you have a problem on your leg or hand, whatever, okay, so then we will go and take a separate treatment with the expertise. So like that. So with help of this synthetic monitoring, it will do each and every transaction. If I have a problem on any specific transaction, then once we drill down, we can able to identify in which reason the transaction is getting delayed. So that APM part will be included on that specific place. So with this synthetic monitoring, you can see each and every transaction here it is recorded. So transaction A is green, transaction B is green. So up to payment, it is fine. So payment is getting filed here. So in this synthetic engine, what it will do now in backend, okay, anyway, the recorder is playing in the backend. So my payment is getting filed here. So this engine will take a snap where it is getting failure. So it will send the snap to the respective person. So this is the exact error which may causes the transaction getting failure. Okay, for example, I'm entering the username and password. Your password is expired. Okay, but it was not updated in this script. Okay, so with help of that screen shot, we can identify, okay, username password is a problem. So quickly we can change the password in the backend, and in the next flow onwards, it will be work clearly. Okay, so that is available. And you can see for each and every transaction, okay, I want to set some images. Okay, so that is also available with this transaction flow. Okay, so let me quickly go with my lab environment. So you can see, so my engine is running. This is my software. Okay, so eGurka, which is installed on C drive. Okay, so in C drive, eGurka, there is a synthetic simulation to be there. So here we have this check exe. So once I execute this, it will verify all this pre-check. Let me show you. So before that, I just want to stop my engine. I just execute this pre-check. So it is confirming, yes, the local administrator have a permission, okay, and the operating system which is supported and the .NET framework is installed, Chrome browser which is installed on this machine. So the pre-requesting has made. So let me execute with simulate a recorder exe. So once I open, okay, once I execute, so here it will, I'm getting this pop-up. So here we can enter the URL. Let me start recording. So once I given the start recording, automatically, okay, automatically it will open the browser in front end, and this page will be enter on the URL. Okay, then it will give the message like this: start your recording now. So once I give okay, it will give a pop-up: your recording has been started. So now I'm going to enter the username. So each and every action, okay, each and every action, it is recording in the backend. Let me go with the monitor tab. Just closing this pop-up. Every transaction, it will be recorded. So I'm just opening this IAS web, signing out. Each and every action, it's recorded here. So if I want to make the transaction, I want to change the transaction name now, we can change. If I want to change username, we can change. It is there. So by default, it is giving me three transaction one, transaction two, admin tab, and transaction three, monitor tab. Okay, then finally I logged out. So now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to play back. The engine is running in the backend. Okay. So in market, a lot of simulator tool is there. Okay. But in EG, okay, you can able to get a lot of optimizations. Okay. So in a simple way, you can able to record the script. Okay. In a simple way, you can able to make a playback. I think there is some issue. It is giving me actually I entered two times on the password. Okay. So let me clear this. the engine is executing in backend. Actually, the script is executing in backend. Okay, so let me show you the output here. It's an example of success transaction. So I didn't have any problem over here, but I have one more failure case. Okay. So in this failure case, you can see I'm able to log in. The home is fine. So for login, okay, and for getting the response for home page, it is taking 1.64 seconds. And for signing in, how much time it take? No, 2.45 seconds. And entering the details, selecting the plan, how much time it take. So each and every transaction, it will be tracked and it will be record the response time. And we can set thresholds also. For example, if signing in, it is taking 2.45 seconds. I am setting up to 5, it's fine. If it is taking more than 5 seconds, now I need to get an indication over here. That also we can able to set. So, okay, fine. You can see here, I'm receiving, there is a problem on my payment page. So once I drill down, it will give the exact problem. Okay. So this is the problem. As a end customer, they are not able to make the payment. So as a scenario, okay, as a scenario, I'm just giving this example. But when you go with the live action or any internet banking, any mobile banking, okay, so any insurance portal, okay, So in all banking, they have a website. In all medical coding, they have a website. Okay, so without a website, in today, no IT organization, no insurance or banking organization to be there. Okay, so their performance, how we can able to capture now with help of this synthetic engine, we can able to track where as a end customer they are getting lag. Okay, and with help of this synthetic engine, okay, as a real time, okay, when I have a load, I can able to tell them 100 people are accessing my website. If there is no load, okay, there is a problem is happened in between, okay, 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. Okay, so in that time, definitely there is no load on your website. Okay, as a availability monitoring, people they can ping, okay, they can reach their website and they can tell them, okay, my site is available, but how you are telling there is an issue on the transaction, they can't able to do all the transaction A to Z. They will be check only the site availability, that's it. But with help of this synthetic engine, it will be do each and every transaction. Okay, I could able to log in my website, I could able to enter the username and password, but there is a problem on the payment, but there is a problem on selecting the product on the cart. Okay, so how and who will give an indication now with help of this type of synthetic engine and synthetic monitoring will give that indication. Yeah. So in this error screenshot, you can see exactly what is the problem. So as an end customer, when they are making the payment, so this would be the proof. Yeah. And we have a dashboard would be there. So in dashboard, we can able to set and we can able to publish this dashboard. I didn't want to give see all the flows each and every time. Okay, do you have any kiosk mode? Now we have a kiosk mode. So in kiosk mode, we can able to execute script 1, script 2, script 3, location A, location B, location C. I want to make it a flow. Every second, the screen get auto refreshed. Yes, we have. And I want each day report. Okay, today how many time the script is executed, how many time it is getting success, how many time it is getting failure. So those report I need. I just want to know the response time between yesterday and today. Comparison. Yes, I can able to give the comparison. Okay, and I want to compare the location A, Chennai, and location B, Bangalore. So what is the comparison and what is the response time between Chennai and Bangalore? Yes, we could able to provide. Okay, and this thing, okay, and availability. Okay, how many scripts is available, how many scripts are executing, how many scripts I'm getting the output. So those information we can able to track. So that visibility also we have. So let me show you quickly. Yep. So you can see it will provide the availability of the script. Okay, that is the site is available and total response time for this execution and each execution how much response time it take. Okay, and how many activities it assume. Okay, how many successful activities. For example, in this particular transaction, I'm doing much activity now. Out of 5 activity, how much activity it is completed and really it is stuck. Okay, and which place I'm stuck. So here payment is a page I'm stuck. It will give a screenshot. So in monitor page, we could able to see this. Also, if I integrate email alert or SMS alert with this solution, you will get a email alert and SMS alert with this error screenshot. Yeah, almost I covered this synthetic synthetic part. Uh, yep. Uh, I done with my point of the.
Yeah, thanks, Jay. Thanks for the detailed presentation as well as demonstration of the platform. Um, I think like we almost done in our time, like just 4 minutes extra. But like, yes, I want to ask like all the participants in case of any questions, please ask. Though we have extended, we are here to answer all your questions. Please feel free to type in the chat box or you can just raise your hand and I'll enable your mic to speak. Okay, let till anyone else ask raises their hand or like ask any question. I have one question, right? Now the synthetic monitoring solution which you have demonstrated, if you can just like let all of us know, right? What are the ideal use cases or right? Which are the like use cases? Which are the customers like ideal for this particular solution?
Indo,
Yeah.
to answer the query, okay, uh, all organizations, okay, banking, finance, or insurance, okay, who want availability of their applications of the services rendered to the clients 24 by 7, okay, they can use e-generation synthetic monitoring, okay, and for all people, okay, who are new to monitoring, okay, who don't want to invest right now, but without investment, they want to know the availability of and the response time of their application that they've been rendered with minimal cost of investment. Okay, so nothing is needed, no application deployment, no agent deployment. Okay, so no firewall or no change requirement, nothing has to be done. Okay, so it is very simple, easy to use. So it's like giving them hands-on experience and giving them a very high level information of their application behavior. Okay, so
Okay.
without anything is needed, probably they can go. So people tend to use synthetic monitoring as the first step towards monitoring, coming into the monitoring space. Okay,
Okay. So
so
Naren, so as I understood, like any customer having their like customer facing applications, so they can use synthetic monitoring solution. They can install the simulator on the application server, and then they can monitor the
they don't.
performance of the
Yeah,
website.
they can. It is not needed to install the simulator on their application. Okay, it's only the
Okay.
portal. Okay, so they need to give us a dedicated physical desktop or a VM. Okay,
Okay.
so it is not on the application server. Not, we don't need it. Okay, we're not going to install our agent on the application server. Then it comes to policies. Okay, whether third-party software can be installed on a production server, on a production application. So we don't need the software to be installed. Okay, you just give us a dedicated machine, be it physical desktop or a laptop or a VM. Okay, provided from there we are able to access the URL. Okay, if you want to take a scenario, I wanted to do a performance for my Easy Innovation website. Okay,
Uh,
probably going through all the links. Okay, so only thing is I'm not going to install my software on on the application server hosting. Okay, so I'm just going to install it on one VM. From that VM, I should be able to access www.easyinnovation.com. That's it. Once this is access is enabled, I'm going to see what flow needs to be there. I will enable my web simulator recording engine and record the flow and pass the information to my agent, which will do it repeatedly. So,
Okay, and like you said, right? We need to deploy a virtual machine on like from where that website should be accessible. Is there
yeah.
any limit on number of websites to be managed or access monitored using the monitor?
Uh, no, actually, see, you can execute multiple website or in the same website, you can execute multiple flows also.
Okay.
Okay, say I first do a login. Okay, so you take a simple scenario, Google. Okay, Google, if you go to Google, you have Google Mail, you have photos, you have all platforms. Okay, so if you want to check everything, okay, I have different subchild URLs. Okay, so with one URL or one website, you can do multiple flows, or with multiple URL or multiple applications, you can do multiple flows. So there is no limit. Only thing is the script is going to run periodically. Okay, so you need to decide what is going to be the periodic frequency. Whether you're going to run every script with 5 minutes interval or 10 minutes interval or 15 minutes interval. So if you're running it 5 minutes interval, probably you're going to execute 288 times a day. The script is going to be executed 288 times per day. Okay. So within that particular 5 minutes interval, the agent should be able to run all the scripts. He should be able to collect the metrics and he should be able to port it to the manager. So that you define it. Okay. So it's going to be, it is not a straightforward rule saying that I can run execute only 5 script or 10 script. You can execute, say, if your flow is going to be only 10 seconds, okay, within 5 minutes, I think you can do lot of scripts and lot of flows. So it depends. It's a permutation combination, but prominently we can say 10 to 15 scripts. You can do it okay, with within the 5 minutes frequency.
Okay. Okay.
So in
Got it.
answer to your query, there is no limit.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Naren. Anyone, any questions? In case of any questions, you can type in the chat box or Q&A section, or just raise your hand and I'll unmute you to speak.
Yeah, and the another typical question is Indrajit, this what we received from multiple prospects. Okay, utilization. So their question would be utilization. Okay, I'm executing 4 script. I'm executing 5 script. Okay, so what would be the utilization? Okay, so I'm providing a single VM. Okay, if it is a VM, fine. But when I'm providing as a physical desktop, it's quite difficult to increasing the resource. Okay, so I can't able to increase when we initially we set 5 script. So in future, I'm going to increase 5 to 10. Okay. So the utilization is a pinpoint for us. Okay. So for us, okay, our utilization is very, very minimal. Okay. So 0.2% of your CPU and 2% of your memory. That's it. That's the
Okay.
utilization for our engine.
And like it may be like it must be varying, right? Depends on the number of website to be monitored, right? Or like
No,
it must.
our script is going to execute one by one.
Okay.
Yep. It's
So
not a
therefore,
parallel.
if you have 10 scripts or 15 scripts, at a time it's going to execute only one script. Therefore, it doesn't add when you have more scripts. It's not going to run one in, say, parallelly. So if it is going to be parallelly only, then you need to increase the resources. That is the reason why our agent consumes very minimal resources utilization on this on the particular VM where this is deployed. Okay, and that is one of the main reason why multiple vendors look for easy innovations when they compare with other competitor tools in the market because they are high resource consumptions. Okay, and one more factor is very minimal cost investment. Okay, so very minimal cost investment compared to other monitoring softwares in the market, and not burning your internal resources also by asking you to provide more resources. No, therefore this software is an ideal software for all people. Okay, so we get a lot of interactions in the market asking for synthetic monitoring. They test the software and they go for implementation on production environment also. So that's where we play a major role, and that is the advantage that Easy Innovation software provides to its customers also.
Yeah. Got it.
Multiple
Thanks,
scripts we can execute and multiple roles we can able to set. That's one more key advantage team. Okay, so we have 4 people in our team. So Jay want to execute for SBA script and Naren want to execute the ICIC script. All SBA and ICIC based script is running on the same VM, but the visibility I'm providing to Jay is different and Naren is different. So Naren didn't have to get a visibility for SBA and Jay didn't have a get a visibility for ICIC. Okay, so that thing would be there and which is available. Anyway, the licensing would be one, but I'm providing 2 visibility. So 2 account holders, they are using my product with 1 license.
Okay.
Yes, Indrajit. Okay. Sorry to interrupt you. Yeah, please continue.
No, that's like yeah, it clears actually. And like on the licensing, as you said, right? Like even though I'm executing multiple scripts, right? There'll be only one license, right?
The license is per node. That's
Per
it.
node. Okay.
Per node.
And
So if you have multiple scripts and probably if one node is insufficient, then probably you get another VM and then enable other scripts on that. So it will, their license is going to be 2. Otherwise, it's going to be 1 license. So license is per node. So you can have in one node multiple scripts running.
okay, so it
It's
is
not,
only
it's
in the
not
case
based on
of
the sorry to interrupt. It's not
so
based on
it
the
is
number of scripts you execute.
got it. So it is only in case, right, the resources are getting overutilized on one node, then customer can go for like second node, and that second node will be licensed additionally.
Yeah, you say they want to run 50 scripts and they want to run it within 10 minutes. Probably you cannot do that one. So you run 25 scripts in one node, you run 25 scripts in another node. Say if they say that I want to run 50 scripts, but I can run it at 60 minutes, then probably one node should be fine. Okay, so all the 50 scripts runs one by one, and if it takes less than 20 seconds, probably within 30 minutes, we will be able to execute all the 50 scripts. So it depends on how many scripts you want to run, what is the time frequency. So it is like window. Time frequency is a window, and another thing is the number of scripts you run it. So you put both of them and then see what suits best. Okay, so one or multiple nodes is determined, but that factor only.
Sure. Yep. Yeah.
It's not in
Thank
a
you. Thanks.
resource level,
Thanks.
it's in scripts level, Indrajeet.
Okay.
Scripts
Got it.
count.
Got it. Got it. Yeah. Okay. Anyone, any questions? Okay. If there are no questions, then I think let's conclude this session. So, like, first of all, thanks, Naren and Jaya, for this detailed presentation and session on EG innovation synthetic monitoring solution. And like, even we talk at the end, we talked about the use cases and like which are the like customers who make use of this particular solution, as well as like on a high level, we even considered the licensing of it. So in case of any requirement related to the right, as Naren mentioned, right, it can be the solution can be used for any customer who is hosting customer facing application or any website, right? So any customer can make use or use this software for their application monitoring. So in case of any such need, any requirements, please feel free to reach out to us. Like XenTegra is a focused partner for EG innovations. So like you can reach out to us anytime. We are available on like all the platforms, like as well as I'll type in my contact information in chat box. You are you can reach out to us anytime for any requirements. Yeah. With this, I think I'll conclude this session. Thanks, Naren. Thanks, Jayad, for this detailed session. Thank you.
Thank you, Indo. Thank you, team. Okay, so let's meet in the next webinar. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Thank
team.
you.